Right, good morning. Guess what we're doing? You are at a very strange angle. I'm hoping this is going to be all right. You're on my big island, basically, because where my sewing machine is. I think you're going to be all right there. I'm trying to show you as much as possible. You will want more gel printing videos, so you're going to get them. Lucky, lucky you. So, yeah, I'm just setting up, basically, but sometimes that's interesting to watch. So I'm going to get out a few brayers. I'm going to try this big one, which I got from Temu, which was ridiculously cheap. I think it was like £2. Yeah, I haven't used that. This is I got it from Home Bargains, and it's I think you use it for putting on foundation, but I'm going to give it a go at stamping today, because why not? Let's get all the brayers out. There we are. I just need to get, sorry, you're going to wiggle because you're on the other side. Don't get out my Goldens as well. I need to get these used up because they're going a bit weird. So just put those up there. Some of this I might fast forward because it is going to be a bit samey. I've got the largest gel plate that I've got, which isn't that big actually. I might be really naughty and for my birthday treat myself to the really big one, but it is quite an expense, so maybe not. we'll see. I fancy trying some of my metallics as well. These are the Deco Art metallics, because I rarely use them and I don't know why. I've been watching a new lady and I can't remember for the life of me what she's called, but she uses a lot of metallics. I thought, yeah, I've got them, never use them, so we're going to give it a go. So put all that there. I might have to move all that in a minute, but we'll see how we go. And then you can't see, let me just show you really quickly. Yeah, over on that little table there, I've got all my paints out. I took the whole tray out because then I can just grab them and go. Right, let's see if we can get you back in position. So you can see maximum gel plate action. And yeah, so I've lined my table. Stay. I've got my mixed media paper here ready to print, and then I've got one of those kids A1, what do they call them? Yeah, one of those really cheap kids paper. It's like construction paper. Right. Now the other thing, sorry, crinkle factor. Martha, you're going to be very proud of me, and I didn't burn myself. So I did some hot glue template things. I have no idea if these are going to work. I'm going to move them over here so that they're away from the speaker because it's going to be very loud otherwise. So I thought we'd give them a go. They're weird and wonderful. See, this is awkward. I can't see what you're seeing here. That's about right. That could be interesting. And the nice thing is that you get the flat side, which is obviously, you know, what you peel off, but you also get the bumpy side. So it'd be interesting to see how they work actually. This one was an absolute disaster because, yeah, I'm not very good with a glue gun, so I don't know if this one's going to work or not. I've got all the spider webby bits in here, so I might pull those out. So anyway, we are going to have fun today. I have got a load that I want to do. I want to print some fabrics as well. So as I say, there might be a little bit of fast forwarding on this. The way I tend to start is just do some backgrounds and just then go from there. And it doesn't always work. Sometimes it's an absolute disaster. And, you know, it just goes in the bin. There's another weird and wonderful one. I did draw, as you can see, initially, but it kind of didn't work. So I haven't got very good glue guns, to be fair. They're just cheapy ones. I think if I was going to do loads of it, yeah, see, I should have joined that to there. Darn. Okay, I might cut that off actually, because that's going to be a pain in the you-know-what otherwise. Right, okay. If you're one of the people that tried to get one of those little books that I made, I don't know where it's gone, the Gelli print books. Oh, there it is. These little things. I'm so sorry. I don't know what Kofi did. It was telling people there was multiples, and I thought, oh, so I had to refund 2 people. So 3 of them have definitely gone. They all went to the same person, and this, as I know at the moment, is the only one left. But Kofi doesn't notify me apart from by email that that things are sold. So I put on Instagram that one's still available, but I'm going to try and make some more this week because I've got the week off, and I really want to get loads of stuff done. So I'm trying to be good at putting stuff on social media. I am rubbish at it. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I don't quite know how these are going to work. Anyway, we'll give them a go. Yeah, so because Etsy is just pretty dead. You know, I'm having about 2 orders a month, which is fine. I mean, luckily I don't rely on it. You know, it's not my income, if you like, because I do work, obviously. So I'm going to put those there behind you. Right, you've moved. Right, let's get the gel plate in. I'm going to keep checking it periodically. I can't see because I've got the... I suppose I ought to put the camera around the other way. No, I'll leave it like that. It doesn't matter. Right. Colours. What are we going to do? Right, so backgrounds first of all. As I say, I want to get these golden paints used up. So I'm going to... Let me just use the giant paint bogies everywhere. Yeah, so here we go. I say I might speed stuff up if I feel when I'm looking back at it that bit can be sped up, then I will do. Okay, no moaning. It's for your viewing pleasure. Yeah, see, they're starting to go a bit lumpy, so they need using. I'm going to go in with the little one actually. And as I say, these are just literally backgrounds, so. I never ever have enough space. I think I could have a 30,000 foot studio and I'd still run out of space when I'm gel printing. Not worried about the little marks on there. I don't even know what they're from. But we're going to embrace the imperfections today. Because I've been out really early walking with my daughter. Got absolutely soaked because it's pretty wet here today. So we're just doing backgrounds in a minute, so nothing spectacular at the moment. Clean the last of those bits off. One. I've got about, I don't know, hundreds to do. I'm just going to get this used up. Put a little bit more of that on. Let's try a little bit of metallic in there as well. Yeah, it's the trouble with these paints. They don't, well, I say they don't last long. I mean, my Pebeo ones that I've got over in the basket that I showed you, they just seem to go on and on and on. I mean, some of those are literally years old and they haven't gone smelly or anything. But these golden paints, you know, they're a little bit special basically. So, and they're acting a bit special. So I don't know. I like them. I like them because they're highly pigmented. You get really good colour with them. But as I say, they can be a bit of a pain for not lasting very long. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the way I store it. I don't know. Could be. Oh, I didn't get my Baron out, did I? Oh, and the lovely Louine's husband made me a snazzy Baron. Look at that. Oh, that glides nice. Because I've got that, I've got this one. Sorry, I know you keep wiggling, I apologise. I've got this one, which is a wood carved tea light holder. But this is nice. I told him to start making some because I think they'd sell. But bless him, he made me that, and yeah, she gave that to me when we met up. Ooh, when did we meet up? July? Something like that. Little brassy flash in there, so that's quite nice. Two. We've got to change up the colours, Susan. We can't do them all that colour. Let's get a little bit of phthalo blue. Ugh. Little bit, and then maybe that again. I'll say this one in particular is going really lumpy. I don't know. I don't understand paints very much. I just play. I know some people, I've noticed, have started using different brayers for hot and cold. So, you know, your reds and your oranges, you use one, and then your blues and your whatevers, you know, you use the other. And I thought, ooh, do I need to start doing that? But I decided I didn't. So I'm hoping you can hear me all right. I'm fairly close to you. Not that you do need to listen to me rambling on half the time, but who knows. Went out for a lovely meal with my daughter, my middle daughter, last night. We, in case you didn't know, it was my birthday yesterday, so I took to a farm breakfast in the morning, which was amazing. It was so big that I didn't eat anything else apart from when my daughter, she said, "Oh, I'm going to take you over the pub across the road," and I think I've just moved that out of your view, haven't I? And that was about 6:30, and I thought, do you know, actually now I'm starting to feel hungry, and I'd eaten breakfast at 9:30, so it was a big old breakfast. That's cool. Don't worry, but I'll put other bits on there. So and again, if you watch my video when I make those little books, I do add stenciling to them anyway, so not a lot, just a little bit. So what should we do next? Let's get a bit of red. A little bit would be good. I'm determined to use this one up, so apologies if it was a little bit samey. And then my absolute favourite colour, which is quinacridone magenta. This just sings to me, this colour. I don't know why. Love it. I like the little brayer for this because you can really move stuff around. I think that was Pyrol Red. Yes, oh, well done, Susan. Oh, I love that colour. And it's semi-transparent as well, which is just lovely, lovely. I'm cleaning off my brayer. I needed that from the end, but never mind. We can always add. These Barons, they just save your hands, you know, because it does get a little bit, it can be quite drying on your skin actually, and as I intend to do a lot today, funky. Oh, I like that. It's even got the phthalo green from the previous one. Yeah, we definitely have to do some bits on the ends, aren't we? That's fine. I just stack it over on the other side there because it's more or less dry. You know, it you know, might have the odd wet patch, but quite frankly, it's not worth worrying about too much. It's pretty dry when it comes off. And then my other favourite is the, where are you? Nope. Ooh, where's the other blue? Oh, there he is. Ultramarine blue. Oh, I love this one. Let's have a look. I don't have any plans in mind. I just play. Okay, I don't have any. I quite often put the wrong colours together and we end up with mud. But hey ho, you know, I'm not bothered. It doesn't. you can always turn mud into something nice, so I don't worry. Even if it is just putting black on top of it, which is, yeah, not unheard of for me to do. I don't know, as I say, it just tends to work out. There's absolutely no rocket science behind my printing. I just like to play and chuck colours on and see what we end up with. Interesting. Is there any colour on there? Not really, no. That's the other thing with those goldens, they do dry really quickly. You see there's a little tiny wet patch there, but apart from that, it's dry. Got loads to do. I might speed you up. You'll see what colours I'm doing, and then yeah, because I've still got about another 6 sheets to do. So speedy time. Okay, right, that's all the first layers. Yeah, so really nice. I think you saw them all, so really happy with everything so far, so that's great. I just picked up the leftover. I put a lot of paint on there. That ruby, what you called raw ruby, was quite sloshy and then the yellow went everywhere. Oh yeah, so yeah, so I've got a lot to choose from. So I've printed my backgrounds at the minute for the card anyway. I need to do paper as well because I've got another little project in mind. So now I tend to go in with a second coat of just more kind of like what I've done but lighter. So we might try the yeah, let's try some of those stencils now, shall we? Let's see what they look like. Right, this could be an absolute disaster, but we'll find out, won't we? Okay. Actually thinking about it, sorry, scrub that. What I'm going to do is put some colour on. I'm going to get these end bits done and some of these edges. So yeah, this will be another whizzy one. But I want to get rid of those end bits that you can see up the end there. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll put the stencils on. So again, I will whiz you through this bit. So I'm going to put you on charge actually, because I've just remembered I didn't do that. So bear with me 1 moment. I'll pause you for a sec, because it sometimes makes it jiddy. Are you going to pause? No. Right, I was hitting the wrong button, so I'm sorry if that made it all jittery. Oh, such a professional. Right, okay, so let's get these ends done. So I'm gonna try this olive green light white and go in with that bright yellow and get a mix up that end and the edges and that. So yeah, I'm just going to do that for all of them. So I'll whiz through again. You'll see. I mean, if you want details on colours, I mean, yeah, if you want them, I'll give you them. But it just know it's green, okay? Ooh. Right, okay, that's much better. They're fully covered, as you probably saw. I'm going to stop for a bit because they need to dry. They've got a lot of paint on them now, and yeah, I'm really happy with the way they're coming at the moment. Lots more to do, so probably another couple of layers on each one, and then I think I'll be happy. So I'm just trying to show you them all bit by bit. This one needs mean, it's got metallic in the middle, but it needs some pattern of some sort, so that'll be one that will probably be done first, but we'll see which one we grab first. This one's the same, it's got, you know, quite a dull bit in the middle there, so that needs a bit of patching up. It's very blue, isn't it? We have to put some different colours on top, and I'm really pleased with the way that one turned out. I love those colours. So yeah, so I just need to let this all dry for a little while. This one in particular is quite soggy actually, so yeah, again it needs to dry. So yeah, I will pause you briefly, and that's everything at the moment, and yeah, come back when they're all a little bit drier. Won't be long. Right, I've been and made a cup of tea. I think they're ready, so they feel pretty cool, so that means that, well, no, they don't feel cool, the other way around. You know what I mean? Right, okay, so where was those two? These two. They need more work in the middle. So let's try these stencils on these two and see how we go. If not, I'll use texture plates on the other ones. Right, let's put you there. Okay, here we go. You ready? Just trying to think which way round I want to do it. Yeah, I think what I'll do is put a coat of paint on, put these on, and just leave impressions, because they're quite bland in the middle, those ones. You can't really see, can you? But anyway, those ones, they're quite, yeah, they're quite bland in the middle. So if I put a layer of paint on, push those in so that they leave marks in the paint, and then we'll lift it from there. I think that'll work. If it mucks up, no biggie. Right, colours, what shall I do? What shall I do? As I say, I'm trying to get these used. Let's do the... I'm going to try this. I don't know, this could be the wrong colours. This is ultramarine blue. But again, they're getting super thick, these. I guess, you know, if you're a professional or you do this for a living, you would use them a lot more often than I do. So I'll put a touch of that in as well, because that blue and that yellow will then make a green. So it should look okay with that. Where's my brayer? There it is. Okay, here we go. Here goes nothing. I want it to be quite a thin layer. That's why I've used the golden paints, because they are quite thin. So, but highly pigmented. Well, here goes nothing. Get that one as well. Let's try that one. I'm hoping if I just do that, it's very wet. Stop slipping. Maybe you're better that way then. Yeah, there's a lot of paint on there. It's going to totally obliterate this. Okay, maybe they're not the best idea then. Let's get the old faithful bubble stuff out. And then maybe try these again. maybe what I need is a scrap of paper. Let me grab that. Take a little bit out of there. Get rid of that very distinctive blue blob there. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. I kind of want it in the middle. Don't want to. I was going to say I don't want to push too hard, but oh, actually that's not too bad. It is kind of coming out. I don't know if you can see it there. I need to rethink that. It's not quite right. And it had dried actually. Right, it is kind of working. I don't know if you can see in here. Yeah, it's kind of working. So what do I need to do? But that's taken off that bland middle bit, so that's all right actually. I'm going to leave that one as it is. So maybe I won't use the goldens because they don't stay wet that long. So if I use, let's try that metallic green. Let's try that brighter one, or darker one I should say. This one is crystal green. And then just a cheap Home Bargains yellow. We could go fluorescent actually. Yeah, I'm going to do it. We're on it. We'll risk it for a biscuit. Who knows? It could be an absolute disaster. But never mind, at least we tried. That's the whole thing with this. You just got to keep going. Like the giant paint bogies everywhere. Oh, I fell on the floor. Hair in my eye, which is really annoying. I'll leave you on normal speed in case you hadn't realised that already. Just for this bit. Right, let's try that again. Let's go up there with you. I've got this other one here, this humpy one. Let's put the humpy one down here. I think we'll also do a big stretch to the floor. Let's have a look, see what we got. Okay, you're getting in a pickle already, well done. Again, I want to hit that middle because that's where the kind of boring bit is. Okay, kind of worked. Should have put in another colour, not just the green and the yellow. But you can see it here. It's just there, and the humps are there. So, okay, well, it's got rid of that boring middle, hasn't it? So that's something. I'll put that over there to dry for a bit. Right. So if that's coming off like that, I think I need to go in with, like on the darker ones with lighter colours now, and try and take off a lot more. Yeah. Right, let me get some paper to remove paint with. I've got some rice paper here, so let's give that a go, because that's quite nice. It gets in all the lumps and bumps. So sorry if I just wiggled you. I've got nowhere to put stuff. I'm going to draw. I'll put you there. Okay. Because that's just copy paper, which is fine, but it doesn't quite go in all the nooks and crannies as well as the other one. Right, so I need lighter colours. Or maybe reds. That might look quite good. Let's do the quinacridone magenta, pyrrole red, and it's an opaque grey. I don't think grey's right. Maybe a really small touch of black. I have got, oh, I'll tell you what I've got is Payne's grey. Where are you, Payne's grey? There you are. It's not as intense as black, obviously. Let's try it. Now then, do I do all over, or if I do all over, because I've got this other squiggly one here, I could do top and bottom with that, couldn't I? Yeah. Right, okay. We have a plan. Let's see if we can execute it. Okay. I'm not going to put a lot of this on because this one's opaque. Those are, the pyrrole red is sort of semi-transparent, and the quinacridone magenta is transparent. So these are going to be quite dark colours, but I'm hoping it will contrast nicely with what we've got there. Who knows? Till we do it, we're not going to know. I'm going to try and leave those little dotty bits if I can, because that will all add to the background. Bit too much Payne's grey. These on. Let's go that way with that one, and that way with that one. Oop, no, don't grab onto each other. Okay, do you want to go that way then? Let go. Right. So I've got to work fairly quick because, as I say, these goldens want to set quickly, to dry quickly, I should say. Right, let's see what we can lift, if anything, and if it looks like anything. There's me ballon. What do you reckon? Good or bad? I'm not going to push too hard. Oh, pretty cool. Okay. That's very dark and moody. They're not showing up very well. Maybe we'll ditch those. We won't bother with them. Oh, maybe they just need to be in like white or just black or something. I need the opposite, don't I? Let's just try that one more time. I wouldn't normally do it on top of there, but I'm going to just use that as an experimental bit. So if I do Payne's grey, then that one, not that one, that one. All of that out of there. Because in theory, what's left on the plate will be the negative. Because I love these patterns. I'm not going to waste that. That's going to go on. That's going to go on this one. Because I think it's going to work. And they make fantastic doodle patterns. Yes. Yes. Okay. Not the straight lines. Don't really want the straight lines, but we're stuck with them. Might get one more there. Yeah. So the nice thing about patterns like that is you can then go in sort of with your gel pens and then do doodles, Zentangles, whatever you want to do, and then they just look amazing on the page. So if I do the same for this one, but in white, you can't see. If I do the same for this one, but in a lighter colour, like, I'm going to switch to ordinary paints. I don't think you're a new one here. And I think we'll try and do a lift off of here actually, just onto. This is just white acrylic. Which will go grey, I expect. Let's try that on here again. Come here. Again. Don't really want those lines. I can help it. Let's see what that does. I'm loving the rice paper. I'll show you in a second. So I put that one here. Show you in a sec. I just want to see if I can pull that last one. Oh, I like. Oh, that's quite ghosty looking. Let's see. Okay. So I think for this top bit, because they get cut that way, so if I try that one, that way, that will be quite interesting on there. So let's do that again. We can just do it up there, can't we? Oh, crikey, that's a little bit too much paint, Susie. Okay. Oh dear. Right, bear with me because I am going to do something, because that's rather a lot of white paint. I'm going to see if I can lift this whole thing. I think that might be really, really interesting. I will get a fresh piece of mixed media paper for it. Might have to pause you while this one just sits and ruminates. So I think that's going to be quite interesting, that one, and then we'll do the white colour of that one on there after this. And I can drink my cup of tea. Right, I'm going to let that sit for a bit, so it's still quite cold, which means that the paint is still very wet underneath. So I'll bring you back when I pull it. Won't be long. Right, you ready? Drop your tea. Hopefully it's not going to do that all the way. That's a good way to clear off your gel plate anyway. And these can turn out fabulous, so, but I don't think this is one of them. Come on. It's interesting though, and it's one that you can then work on even more. So cool. But now we've got a nice clean plate, apart from these scabby bits on the edges. Right, I'm going to try this one with not so much white paint this time. I'm going to put that one behind you. I'll just show you the Chinese rice paper. Oh good grief, that is interesting. I like that, so I'm going to keep that as it is, because actually that torn and collaged onto there might look really nifty. Right, okay, let's right, now control the white this time, Susan. I'm going to try that one on the side, so let's do it down here. You see a brayer? Oh, there it is. Good grief, much closer at a bit in your hand off. Concentrating on getting that line, getting rid of that line at the top there. I don't want that on the gel print. Let's have a look what we can do, eh? This is lovely, Louise. Get your husband to make more. Get them on your Etsy. I don't know how long they take to make, to be fair, but okay. Yeah, I kind of like it. Not sure, to be honest with you. But we'll keep going. We never stop. Right, what I might do is put, I wonder what that would like on top of it. I'll just do the old bubble wrap actually. Right, I'm going to speed you up now, okay, because I'm just going to keep kind of doing that kind of thing, and the video is going to be about 30 million years long anyway, so can't quite decide what colour to go in with. That's my only jip at the moment. I'm tempted to go black, but I think that's going to be the wrong decision. Maybe yellows. Let's try yellows, just to brighten it up a bit. It's all gone very dark. Let's just put that on there. There's so much paint on this, right? Try this. You don't know until you've tried something, so you just kind of got to do it. Just squishing the bubble wrap onto that rice paper, because the white did kind of show up actually, strangely. So let's just clean that off there. Put that behind me and I'll know where it is. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, much lighter. So it'll be cut about there, so you'll get half and half. And then I might go in with some black circles or something on that one, just to, you know, give it another something. Absolutely boiling. I'd like to tell you it's boiling in my room. So if you hear me going a lot, it's because I'm hot. These are quite nice, these ones. I haven't sped you up yet. I get waffling and then I get playing and then I forget to hit the speed up bit, so just bear with me. Let's see what that does. You end up with so much stuff around you that you have to sort of reorganise yourself at some point, so yeah. That's great. I like that one. I don't know if the light from the window is blocking your view of half of these actually. Okay, so imagine it's going to be cut into probably sections of 3, so you're going to get bits everywhere. So yeah, we'll keep playing with that. Right, okay. So that one I really like. So again, just need to, I think I just need to do something here, and I quite like that squiggle, so maybe we'll do a squiggle and these dots. That could look quite nice down the side there. And we'll just do half of it like that. Right, okay. Now then, what colour? I'm going to go Payne's Grey again. It's a bit of a default setting for me. That's probably far too much paint. Nice one. The cat has woken up. Might get a visitor in a minute. Oh. Stress levels. I'll do another squiggle. No. Let's just try you there. Stay. Oh, what to do with my paper? There it is. Yeah, it's the nice thing about the rice paper, it really gets in there and you can really lift. And you can actually see what you're lifting. It's pretty cool. Right, let's see what that did. Oh, I just dropped on the floor. Marvellous, thank you. Had to think then. Did you hear it? Oh, ooh, craziness. I like it. 2 seconds and I'll show you. Oh, that's a headache. But again, it will be cut across there like that. That is pretty nifty actually. I like that. Right, that one's done. So that can go up there. Finitoed. Oh, I'm all excited now. Right, okay, what's the next one? So I don't want to just keep going Payne's Grey. Should I try purple? Can I do purple on that one? Purple and green aren't meant to go together. But if I do all of those all over, that might be quite interesting. Oh, it's a piece of paper. We can always. I'm just going to do one colour and see what it looks like. These are very slippery. These metallics. I don't think that's even going to show up, is it? I haven't got a dark one. Not in metallic anyway. Oh well. Maybe we'll put some purple paint on as well, just to help it. Don't use purple very often. I don't know why. I like purple, but I don't use it very often. It's not my go-to colour. This could be interesting to see if I like it even. Definitely like you. You're a bit chaotic, but you're good. Definitely like you. There's your flat side there. I love you. Let's do you. Let's try this one. There's your flat side there. Right, okay. Don't think that's going to lift much actually, because it's very wet, that one. So let's move that out of the way. Let's get a fresh bit in there. It's ripping actually, but never mind. It's only going to be for collage, if anything really. Give it a go. Okay, you guys need to move. Like neurons, don't they? Not that I know what a neuron looks like. I'll show you in a sec, don't worry. Oh, actually, that is all right. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, I like that one. I ran out of space. Let's let me get that one on there and see if it'll do one more transfer. So I like that. That was quite wet, that paint, so let's see if we can get these to transfer as well. Yeah, cool. Even if it's just a little squiggle here and there, it looks really cool. Okie doke. Right. Okay. I think I've done them. I'm done with those. I like them. I need to practice more. I think that's the gist of that one. So I'm just going to go speedy now and do some stencils and stuff like that, which I've got behind me here. So yeah. I'll just talk about this first. This is the packaging that you get with your apples. And it makes amazing prints. So I'm going to do that kind of thing. But the rest of it is just like paper, stencils and stuff like that. You'll see. Right. Whizzy time. Right, I'm going to make this my last pull, okay? I'm absolutely exhausted. It's gone very dark, which is annoying. So this is why I'm putting all the orange on to try and lift it back, but it's not quite happening at the moment. So they're extremely wet. As you can see, they've all had loads and loads of layers. So I'm going to go and get some lunch, come back, and then hopefully they'll all be bone dry and they might take the colour a bit better. So we will have a little bit more printing. But this sometimes it, you know, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it is frustrating. But you know, it is what it is basically. So I'm just letting this dry, and I'm going to try and lift that onto here with. I don't know. It's going to go yellow, but I don't think, because that's a transparent, it's not going to be enough. I don't want to lift it with white. I've got a buff titanium, but that's quite opaque, and it'll just completely wipe out the green. But if I put a very light layer on it, might be alright. It'll calm it all down, but then actually, I mean, if I'm going to go that colour, then really I need to do it on one of the really dark ones, don't I? Sorry, I'm just reaching around you. I kind of like that one, but it's, again, it's very, very dark. So maybe what I'll do is I'll try and lift that onto that one. Let's see how we go. It's Naples yellow. I don't think I want yellow. Let's try the old buff and see where we go. It's the trouble. I get all my paints out, then I run out of room, then I start bashing into everything. I hope you're enjoying this. A lot of people wanted a gel plating session, so gel plate printing session. So here it is. But yeah, it's get a bit frustrated with it at the moment. So it's best to just walk away, and I'll go and get some lunch, come back to it, and then maybe it'll talk to me. Because you never know. I might just leave this sat here while I go and get some lunch. I don't think it's going to be a winner, this one, but we'll see. If anything else, it'll lighten it up. This is why the books end up so thick, because you end up with about 6 layers of paint on each one. So, well, I do anyway. I can never do it in sort of 2 or 3 pulls like a lot of people can. But I guess that's down to experience, isn't it? I don't do this all day, you know. I work, you know. I just happen to have a week off this week, but I've got time to play, so... Let's see how it goes. This might lift already, because that buff titanium is really good for lifting. I think it's going to be a disaster. Are you ready? Yeah, that's not what I wanted at all. But it's knocked it back, so now I can work on top of it with some other colours. So in a weird way, that is a positive. So I've just got those 2 to do. Okay, I'm going to leave it for a little while. I'll say I'll go and get some lunch, because these 2 are a little bit too similar for my liking. That one's the better one. So that one I'm going to do some different printing on. I like that one, happy with that. Happy with that one, because that'll be quite nice when that's split into 3 or 4, whatever I cut it into, I can't remember. So I'm going to leave those 2 as done. I love this one. It's nice with the metallic purple on it. It's absolute chaos, but when that's, yeah, you can doodle in those, do a bit of Zentangling. I think that would be quite interesting to work on, actually, that one. And I also like this one. I love the colours in that. Again, it's not dissimilar to the other one, so I won't do any more of those stencils. I do like to mix it up a bit when I'm doing my little books. So we'll call that one done as well. And then there's this super grungy one, which I love. I love that one. So that one's cool. Again, they get cut that way. So yeah, I think that'll be fine, that one. So yep. So it's no more of those weird neurony type things. So right, I'm going to let these dry because they are absolutely sopping wet. My tummy is growling, so I'm going to go and feed it, and I'll come back in a bit with another video. Well, you know, continuing on with this one. See you in a bit. Right, hopefully the final layer. We'll see. I've chosen to go with masks. Let me just take my glasses off. I've got these shapes here because I'm really not happy with this one. Although it went lighter, it's kind of gone too light. I'm just thinking now, is that going to be... I might hold on to that one and do what I was thinking of doing on this one. Because, yeah, that might be better, actually. Actually, sorry, I'll change my mind again. I'm going to do it on this one, because that way I can get those colours in the background, because I've got like circles with holes and stuff. So I'm going to use these as masks. So I'm going to lay them down, trying to keep in mind, you know, these pages get cut, I think it's into 4, so I kind of need to space them up there. I don't know, just playing around now. I've got a little bit frustrated with it because it's kind of, you know, you start off with all good intentions and you think, yes, it's going to be great, it's going to work, but no. I cut these on my Cricut machine, in case you're wondering. They are, I've got the really old Cricut machine, nothing fancy at all. So, yeah, it does the job. I was looking at the Cricut Maker 3, but flipping heck, they're so expensive. So, yeah, we'll not bother with that one for now. Come here. I've got another one. Yeah, so these hopefully will make really nice, interesting shapes on there. I don't know. Let's just do it. What else have we got? Some more little ovals. Okay. Nothing small enough to go in there, no. I just cut these with, I can't remember what it's called, like a mylar-y type fabric basically, or material I should say. That'll do. Right, I'm just going to slap some paint on and we're just going to have to hope. Simple as. I think I'm going to go with the orange and the neon, because that should really pop against that green. Because I haven't got a huge amount of orange. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Maybe this quinacridone might be better actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Right, I'm just going to sprinkle this on. Or all over the table, whichever. And I'm going to go in with this cadmium orange hue. Again, I'm not sure this is right, but you never know until you've tried. You just don't know. Yeah, this is gel plate printing on the hoof. I don't know. It might work. It might not. I don't know. As I keep saying. I should stop saying it. Of course, the next trick will be getting this lot off in time before it dries. Right, I'm just going to chuck them here. You move out of the way. You guys need to move. Right, okay. You might get the odd finger mark. Oh, interesting. Okay, you were obviously stuck together. But yes, I'm not going to worry about the odd finger mark. It's the nice thing about the gel plate, it really sucks the masks down basically. One more. Nope, two more. Okay, let's see what we get. Could be a disaster. Do you know what? It's a bit of paper at the end of the day. You mustn't get too mad at yourself. No, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I really want to try and get that end bit, but I don't think there's anything left on there. Now, what is on there is a really cool one that I'm going to lift. I think I'll try and lift it onto that. Don't know if there's enough colour on there actually. But... squeaky brayer, of course. Okay, that's done. I'm happy with that. That's fine. Okay, so I really want to try and get a light one because I obliterated that with yeah, let's try this. So again, buff titanium. It's a good colour. It picks up colour really well. So let's do a light coat of that and let's see if we can get that one yeah, covered in this basically. Just never stop. I mean, I think that's the thing. I watch lots of gel printing videos and, you know, it is all about just not stopping until you're happy with it, really, because the paper doesn't really care how many layers you put on it. It'll just be, you know, it gets thicker and thicker and that's fine because it just doesn't matter. Fingers crossed that this works. Baron. Really pushing down hard. I want that all to come off if it will, please. Yeah, okay. That has not worked, but let's not panic. I'm going to... I rarely do this with my gel plate. I'm going to clear that off. I think what I want to do is try again. with, I don't know. Ugh, that's a nice colour, isn't it? Yuck. Something about peach. Yeah, not a fan, basically. I won't be keeping that baby wipe, I'm afraid. And dry my plate. These are going to be interesting to work with as well. The rice paper. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, do I go metallics? What colour are you? Brown. I think brown. Sorry, I'm mumbling to myself, apologies. Right, let's think about that one. Let's leave that there to dry for a bit. Let's work on this one. So I've got some other shapes here, which is, they're just cardboard, and some are quite, you know, organic, and some are designed, if you like. So I'm going to go with the circles again. I just love circles. Let's see if we can cover it with that. And the only trouble is that is quite thick card. So if I do the same by, I think we might put that back down again. Trouble is I don't want them samey on the thing. Come on, think. What do you want to do? I want to, right, so I want the underneath. I can't think. What am I doing? I'm going to go, no, I'm going to go with stencils. I'm going to lay them that way. Have I? Sorry, let me just, if I go there. Right, yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. So what colour? Again, I want to try and lighten it. Nothing seems to be working at the moment, so do I go? Go with the minty greens. Do I go greens? Could go yellow. Yeah, let's try yellow. This is cadmium yellow deep hue. And I think we'll start putting them back in the tray, shall we, Susan? Let's try this and maybe some of that brighter one as well. Let's see where we go. Nearly out, that's good. That's a good thing. I'm not going to talk much, sorry, because I'm really not sure what I'm doing now. This flowery one, it's not the best for lifting paint out of because it's cardboard and it's quite thick, but it does leave a really nice pattern. If I can get it scribbled down enough, I might get it out. It looks like it's lifting a bit, so that's all good. We might need another layer on this one, see how it goes. Oh well, here goes. Might be the right thing, might be the wrong thing. Never know till we actually print it. I'm not leaving it on there too long. Not quite. Not the right colours. Okay. Let me pause you for a sec. I'll be back in a second. Right, okay, I've had a think. Again, this might not be the right one. I'm going to try the buff titanium mixed with gold and this large bubble. It's a bath mat basically, because I'm thinking that the bath mat will lift off a lot of it, and then I'll just get an all over. Oh, I'm not going to overthink it. Just going to slap some paint on. I haven't got a more shinier gold. If anybody knows of one that's really shiny, let me know. This is two very opaque paints, so it's, yeah, I don't know, this might not be the right thing. Let's see how much paint the mask lifts off, and it might be all right. You first. Yeah, see, it's lifting quite a bit. Could do with something to put that on actually, because there's a lot of paint on there. Again, I'm out of room again. I'll just grab those. Come here. Actually, they might. No, they're really thick. I need to cut them again, but in a thinner plastic, basically. Let's shift you out of the way for a minute. Yes, it's still really warm in my room. I wonder if it would add anything to that. I don't think it would it? What else have we got under here? Got a scrappy one, haven't I? I hate wasting paint, so. I think this is going to be a flop. I think it's going to take too much. The only thing that I might try is this one with the dots. See if it'll lift that as well. Dots and pebbles. Oh well, we can always add another layer. Not push too bad. Oh, actually no, I quite like that. That's kind of settled it all down. I don't know, you get to the point that you think, yeah, actually that's it. That's what it needed. And I think I've reached that point. I don't know if you can actually see very well, but it's quite a nice bit of pattern in there now, which again is fun to go in with the old doodles. Right, I'm calling that done because I think I'm overworking and overthinking that one, so right, just that one back there now. I don't know what to do with that one. I'll leave you there as a scrap. Right, so do I go in with those organic shapes again? Do you know, I think I will. These ones, I do like them. So I need to put down some paint first. I think I'm going to go quite light. Sorry, I'm just behind you. I'm just looking at my colours. I've got a lot of green, a bit of purple. I've got nothing really blue. Let's get some blues down, which is unusual for me. I usually have lots of blue. I think blue on there will be quite good. That's the ultramarine. I love this one. It looks weird on here, but once it's rolled out, it looks lovely. And this is the phthalo one. It's quite dark, this one, so I'm not going to put a huge amount of that on there. And then I want a nice blue. Should we go Diner? Let's go turquoise. Let's get the Diner paint on there. Oh, crikey, not that much. Never mind. I hope you're enjoying your extra long gel printing session. I've just done this the wrong way round, haven't I? Should put the masks down. Oh, goodness me, Susan. What are you like? Although that might be quite fun to pull the opposite shape on that. Right, we're just going to lay these down as quick as we can. Pick up this pattern. Not going to overthink things, she says. Overthinking. sweet. I've got in all those little circles. Let's have a quick peek. Okay, that's interesting. I like that. Right, I'm going to stop overworking this one now. Just wonder if I can pick up some colour here. That's okay, because that will cut about there like that, so you'll have the contrast between the two. I quite like that one. Right, I'm going to leave that one. And I know I keep dragging it back, but I wonder if we can transfer just a little bit, a hint of this colour onto that one, which might just be the making of it, or it might be a blooming disaster, who knows. Getting dry really quickly, come here. I did like it with the pebbles. Move everybody, thank you. But let's see what this does, if anything. I quite like using the edge of the brayer just to make marks. I don't know if you can see what I'm even doing. Hold on. Just to make marks. You can get some of these a little bit cleaner. Let that ruminate underneath there. As I say, quite often these endy bits, if you like, they end up being the ones that I really, really like, strangely. I think because you don't think about them. You just slap layers on and not overthink things. I don't think there's any paint coming off those. No, not really. Oh, a little bit there. Oh, a little bit there. Yeah, a little bit. Little bits. Okay, yeah, it's getting interesting. I'll keep adding stuff on there. Now that I like. You see the way you've just got that extra bit of pattern in there. That's it. I love it. I think that's everything now, apart from that one there, which I might use this as a clean up, and I can use this for a cover page then. And then so I'm going to be very daring and pick that up with, oh, I don't know, it needs to be something translucent. This is the cheapest paint on the planet, but it's very, very runny. But it just gives you a hint of colour. It was a super cheapie from Home Bargains. It's called Let's Craft. No idea. Like I say, it's as thin as you can see. There's absolutely no pigment in it whatsoever. Well, you know, hardly. But it's sometimes really good. I've got some quinacridone magenta there and there. Right, okay, I'm calling it quits on this stage of it anyway. So I'm going to have a good tidy up, put those big sheets out to dry. I like to leave them till the next day so that they're good and dry, and then I'll cut them and to make them into little booklets. So I've already shown you that. I won't bore you with that, but I'll let you know if you desperately need one. I'll let you know when they're ready. But like I said, there's a lot of work goes into them. I'm going to let that sit for a bit. So I'm going to call it quits there, or am I? Because that's a little bit naughty in it. It's teasing you. Let me just, I'll pause you and then we'll come back and strip that one off while I tidy it. Back in a bit. Right, I'll do the final pull in a second. I'm just going to show you what I managed to make today. Sorry about the light, it's just a bit weird. But yeah, that's a nice light one. This all needs to dry. It is, well, you saw how many layers were on. It's absolutely soaking. That one there, I love that one now. Because that'll be really cool, because you can just see the circles in the background there, and then go around that with a black pen and then maybe do some Zentangle in there and stuff like that. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Happy with that one. This one, I think I'm happy with it because again it's going to be cut that way, so I'm just trying to remember that when I'm sort of judging it. But again, I think it's one that you could go in with a black pen, maybe a bit of stenciling or a bit of collage work, and make it really cool actually. So yeah, I like that one. So I'm hoping I've got a really good mixture of colours. Again, this one, again, it'll be cut this way, so just keep on remembering that. And this will be lovely to outline in black again, and you know, do some little flowery doodles in here or something. So yeah, that one, love this one, love the colours. Yeah, love that. I'm really glad I put it on that green one now, really pleased. So that's cool. And these, I'm going to call them snail trails. I love that though, I think that's great. Yeah, so again it'll be cut sort of about here-ish. So yeah, they're going to be fun to work with. And then we've got the lovely purple one. I really like this one as well. As I say, I don't normally work with purple. That was English, yeah. But yeah, I love that. It's cool. And last but not least, this one again looks a bit, but I like it because again. And don't forget, you know, the idea of this is it's to inspire people just to sort of muck around with it. So again, you know, collage on some bits and pieces, you know, flowers or something. I mean, you can, you know, you can do whatever you like with it. It's just to give you, it takes away that blank white page anxiety that some people get, including me. Don't think I'm anything special. Right, so let's pull this off. It's had a while to set. I have cleaned my room slightly because I'm going to do fabric now. You might want to, I'll do a separate video for that. Okay. Oh, hello, we're tearing. Didn't notice that, sorry. Oh, there we are. So that I can cut, repair, collage and make my covers out of for my little books. There we are. This is a super long video, hope you don't mind. I know a lot of you were quite keen to see a really long one, so you've got it. Alright, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.